Welcome to the second part of Season 2, Episode 2, Part 2, Draenora Campaign. Something else too. We're gonna pick up right where we left off. If you don't know where we left off, why are you watching the second part of an episode before watching the first part? What the fuck is wrong with you? Anyway,
Come on.
let's go.
Where did we leave off?
Get out.
We're heading south.
Natural one.
Natural one in the history.
All right. Got our equilateral triangle. Pressing on.
It's a nat one on stealth, not history, by the way.
Yeah. Alrighty then. So, you're making your way, staying within the trees, but also watching the plane. So let me just, I'm going to draw on the screen. The audience won't be able to see it, but you guys will be able to see it. So let's say there's that's the circle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you guys like over here? Or like
Yes.
right on the line? Like that?
I think we're out a little bit. It's like vision obscured, but not so far that we can't see it.
So you do
Yeah.
want to still keep the field within vision. So we'll say like
Somewhere.
right there.
Okay, yeah. Sure.
In the middle of those. Okay. Because right now you have to realize, like, I'm basically looking at you from above in this area. I need to know exactly where you are. Okay. So you're just going to be going along the edge of this circle until you find something?
No, until we
We
can
just
clear a
almost-
path and go east.
Oh yeah, that too. We're gonna go around to the eastern side.
And make sure we don't get arrows in our butt.
Yes, that
Or
is very
face.
important.
Or feet. Or anywhere, really. I'd like to be arrow free.
Okay. Making sure what you guys are trying to accomplish.
The only arrows I want are in my quiver.
Why are you talking out loud? Aren't you supposed to be stealthy?
Aren't you 30 feet away from him?
He's got good hearing.
50.
50? Yeah.
Clank, 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 clank.
Natural one.
Oh, I gotta go check up on something. Something loud going on in my house.
Anyway.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, those arrows that were shot at me, I added them to my collection.
That's fine.
While Sterak's walking, can he just go...
So wait, we know that.
Sure, he
real-
can
real
make a
quick,
robot
we can
noises
tell
with
that
his
they
mouth.
were- We can tell that they were arrows, not bolts, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Somebody's really harped up on those boars.
just making sure. I mean, Nerdvek wouldn't know anything, but Adam would.
Adam knows.
I
Yeah.
don't play the game, but I'm just curious.
Ah, Derek.
Derek.
That's what I first thought when he said boars, and I was like,
Yeah.
wait.
Yeah.
Arrows and a boar.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, Alex is just like, it was just a goof.
Hey man, like I
Ooh,
told
that
them
was
to
not
go.
meant to episode out to. Thankfully, we're not going to get striked for that. Okay, anyway.
Hmm.
It was quiet enough and we were speaking over it, so it's fine. Forgot to hit loop. Please. Alright, so you guys are just making your way through, like, what speed? What are we looking at? Stealthy, but
Cautious speed.
cautious. Natural one. Not equally.
Speed.
So are we between a walk and a jog?
That's not stealth speed, I don't think. I think stealth speed's like
A walk,
a stroll more like than a
which
walk.
which would be between a walk and a jog. Anyway,
No, a stroll is slower than a walk.
No,
it
it's
really?
jumping through the trees like ninjas.
Yeah.
No, that's a
Okay.
skip.
It's like
Yeah,
it's like
we-
a meander.
How else are you guys going to send ninja notes?
I'll get carrier pigeons later.
I'm gonna
Ninja
Naruto
pigeons.
run on my way forward.
There it is. I give you guys big trees, and I was waiting for somebody to make a joke. Okay. So, let me just
Let's
review the stealth rolls really quickly. Natural one. Okay.
I'm a steam golem. Or just a golem.
Oh, we should have had them go in front.
Oh hell yeah!
We'd be bait. We're
Anyway.
bait either way.
Anyway,
Cornelius isn't here. I don't think.
Yeah, no, he went to check something.
Yeah, that's so in his place, who has the second highest wisdom?
oh boy.
I've got a 2, I think. Yeah.
I have it too.
Yeah, same.
That makes 4 of us.
Pretty solid, I'll say. Okay, so since we'll just say because Luvash is at the front, make a perception check.
Sure thing. Don't I clicked on persuasion? That's a 15.
Okay. Good to know.
Oh god, this is so stressful.
I'm gonna mute my mic so you don't know how many dice are hitting.
It's a lot. But that's what he wants us to think.
It's just he's not actually throwing dice.
It's one big dice.
It's just a mushroom he steps on.
The ultimate mind games. Like I even muted my actual mic instead of my Discord mic, so even the audience didn't hear. Ultimate ninja nose.
Well, ninjas are the thing of the night.
17 ninjas, and we've come full circle. Let's move those 26 d6 off to the side.
Uh-huh. It's 26 mushrooms he's stepping on.
I'm honestly just waiting for someone to come out of the shadows saying, "Hey guys, Scarce here."
Come out from behind a tree. Oh my god. Well, it'd be
Maybe
scarce
I'll
because this is D&D.
If our perception was higher, we might have heard him say it, but
Anyway.
You just saw him walk out.
So yeah.
All right.
So
what's
you
happening?
make your way around.
full circle.
Okay, so 21 to AC, Starark.
Fuck.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
So Cornelius, you watch. Well, first let's see if I get you 2. 20. Not natural, soft 20.
That hits.
Okay, so you see in a flash Starark disappear, being yanked away before you are completely denied a vision. Your vision is blocked, and you feel something over your mouth as well.
Yeah.
We're in danger.
I'm in danger.
I need the third one.
Well, there it is. I was like, we're using the voice. He's gonna say it. Okay, so
I thought I was being sneaky. No.
Oh, he had such a good stealth roll, too.
That didn't help to be next to in that one.
failing that one. All right, so now I need to. Yeah. Okay. So, Uvash, you see 2 figures draped entirely in dark green, hold what appeared at first to be darkly dyed burlap sacks over the heads of both Starark and Cornelius before disappearing, and what appears to be into one of the trunks of the trees. Almost as if they were walking into a waterfall with that same sort of rippling effect.
What the hell?
Only you see this.
So now I'm looking back then. Alright, I'm gonna gesture to... Who's following me right now?
Me and Irvek.
You're at the front, so you can stop both of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna gesture them to stop. And I'm gonna point behind them. Then I'm gonna put my finger over my mouth like, shh. And I'm gonna start walking towards the tree that it disappeared in. And I'm gonna have a look at it.
What are you specific? Like, what are you looking for? Like, type of item?
Well, first of all, I'm gonna try to put my hand on it.
Feels like wood.
Then I'm going to make an Arcana check to see if I can understand what the hell is going on.
Okay.
That's a 14.
You know something magical is afoot. People don't walk into trees, but no idea how it was done.
I'm
Have
thinking
I
a ninth level
heard-
perspective.
Have I heard of or seen anything like this before?
Actually, no.
I'm sure you've seen some kidnappings before, though.
Probably. Who hasn't?
We're in
I know,
this-
you know, like,
We're in the southern part, right?
yes, technically.
They were taken. You should not have come here. I don't know what we need to do. I don't know if we can save them.
Well, we ought to be extra sneaky now.
It's not gonna help. They're gonna
Where
find
would they
us.
be taken?
Now, do I know where the place where the wood elves live is, and do I know what it's called?
You do know what it's called, but you do not know where it is.
I, however, know what it's called. And I know... That's all I know.
Yeah.
And I know Starrock's a steam golem.
And I know they're wood elves.
Not wrong.
Well, what's it called?
Yamarnator? Is that correct? Aries?
Yeah, that's how it sounds in common.
Okay.
I tried to write it phonetically for you guys.
Oh,
Thank you. 'Cause I probably got it wrong.
sort of out of not related question. So I have a component punch. Does that have components in it?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. This whole spell thing is fairly new to me.
So the green army approached from the north,
Okay.
and the purple army approached from the south. So,
And we're suspecting our friends were taken by the army of the green variety.
yes, the wood elves.
Well, then it would seem like a good idea if we're trying to find them to move to the
Head north,
preferably not through the field.
Wait,
of course.
I thought the wood elves were south.
No, the high elves are from the south.
Okay.
I mean, history checks could be involved here.
That's
Could
how
be
they won the field.
Then I'm gonna make a history check.
Go for it. Because I can't really say anything until checks are involved.
Fuck, 9. Yeah, I don't remember a thing. I unfortunately cannot navigate around this place as well as I thought I would.
Well, the high elves approached the fields from the south, and the wood elves north. So, unless they somehow changed the sides on the field, they must have come from the north, or at least in somewhere in the north.
This place is huge. We're never gonna find where they are.
It's a city; it can't be too hard to find.
You'd be surprised. I do have one idea, but you're not gonna like it.
Well, let's hear it.
You're saying get kidnapped, aren't you?
Yeah.
I'm gonna hand Nervek an earring.
I'm gonna ask, what the hell's this?
It's an earring of communication. Think of it
Do I
as
look
like
like
a.
I wear earrings?
Well, you may have to.
No.
I'm gonna show him mine, like how I'm wearing it.
Got anything I can pierce it with?
Don't worry, just put it in your ear. It'll attach itself.
I mean, all right. I'll do it.
You bring it up to your ear, and the metal begins to melt against your ear until it forms into the shape of your ear with a little bit of a dangly bit that has a little silver plate with a almost reddish gemstone.
Does it hurt?
No, it's
Good.
painless. It's like, you know those earphones that like form
Like
onto your
little
ear?
Bluetooth or something?
Yeah, like that.
Okay.
That's how it looks visually, but silvery.
So simply activate this.
It requires attunement.
Yeah, of course. Once you're attuned to it, you can use it to communicate with both me and Sterark, who has the other. There is one which is missing. If you hear a third voice, disregard it. I can't really say anything else.
Fantastic.
Try not to say anything too sensitive. You might not want an unknown listener to hear.
All right.
I would use it to try and contact Sterark, but I'm not sure if he'd be in range.
And what's the range on this thing?
A mile, I think.
All right.
You could always try.
Well, let's not worry about that. Because I need to be attuned to this thing. It's probably going to take a bit before. Probably won't come in handy for a bit now.
Of course.
Well, let's get moving then.
Yeah,
We
we're starting
are
north,
For all.
yes.
Wokey. So, you're somewhere near the center of the bottom of the circle. Do you want to go left? Do you want the way you came, or continue right? Like along the edge of the circle.
I'd say continue right. I don't know what you guys, but
Yeah, eventually we'll loop around to the north if we just stick on the outside of it. And I don't think going through the middle is a good idea, so the edge works for me.
That's fine.
yeah, we'll head right.
Okay then. So you head off to the right, following along the edge of the circle, and I need you guys to re-stealth.
Oh, this is the moment where I roll a 1.
Yeah, one of us is.
And
Oh,
not 20.
why are you getting all nat 20s on
I
your
know.
He's
It's
a
the
stealthy
third
guy.
one.
That's a 21 for me.
21 for me, dog.
Oh,
That was,
so close.
Yeah.
that was
18.
so close.
for those of you listening, it was almost a 1.
It was almost the one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The only.
Okay, so 28, 21, 18.
Well, nat 20, 21, 18.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Alrighty then. You make your way along the edge of the clearing along the right side. And I would like, once again, for Luvash to make a perception check.
Yes, sir. That's an 18.
Mute my mic again so you don't hear the rolls I'm making. Alrighty then. Oop. Moving my dice. Okay. Had to think about that for a second. So you continue circling around the right, and you make it to the right side, to the full eastern side. Then you press forward. But as you make your way past this sort of line, I need everybody to make a wisdom.
Six.
24.
Ooh.
Okay. Emery, you failed. So both of you look to your side as Emery disappears in a flash of pinkish light.
I'm gonna look where he was. Throw a perception check there. If that's alright. I can find perception.
Make an investigation.
Oh, baby.
Can I do the
Here we
same?
go. Oh, only a
But you can help
15.
him, so throw it again.
Yeet.
Yeah, I'm gonna help
Well, that's
you
perception, my bad. I threw the wrong thing. I had it up on my screen and I thought it was still investigation. It was not. 26.
You look at where he was standing, and you see a row of what appear to be pinkish sigils that look somewhat like an arcane rune of sorts.
I'm gonna motion towards them. So
And each of you are standing on one as well. And as soon as you had stepped on it, you felt this sort of force pulling at you, almost trying to yank you away from where you were currently standing, but in all directions. But then it passed.
Are there like any drag marks or anything like that on the floor, or just like his footprints and that they're just empty?
The rune on the forest floor is still glimmering slightly, but it is very quickly.
Okay.
The glow is fading. It's still physically there. There's residual, like, purple mist, purplish, pinkish mist from the flash of energy.
Well, as we keep moving, I'm gonna look for these and try not to step on them.
Make an investigation check.
Okay.
I
20. Soft.
I don't think avoiding them is the best idea.
You see that you are standing in a minefield
Mhm.
of these.
Okay. Is there space between them, or is it pretty impossible to not?
Because of the investigation of the soft 20, you do see a semi-difficult path to take, but it is the most safe in avoiding activating these.
Well, Luvash, I take it you said that in character?
Yeah.
Well, if you want to go play hopscotch on these, go for it. But I'm not about to get poofed out of existence, buddy. I see a path. I'm going to try and point to it. I'm going to take it. You do what you want to do.
Very well. Nurvek, was it?
Yeah.
I'll see you on the other side.
Best of
I'm
luck.
gonna step on one of the circles.
A flash of pink energy disappear. You're all alone, Nervek.
Well, I'll take the path. As best I can.
Alrighty. So, everybody is super separated right now. But we're gonna stay with Nervek for. Have an idea. Well, yeah, I have an idea about what we're gonna do with the other ones. So you make your way through the very slowly, very carefully. You make your way through this minefield of runic magic. And you continue to go through it, being very analytical with each step that you take, until eventually you come to the edge of it. And there doesn't seem to be any more. You've made your way outside of this minefield, but is still a very thick forest of trees.
Okay.
I'm currently looking at a map and I know exactly where you are. Like just tracing it with my finger.
Right. Where am I in relation to the circle? Am I towards the top of it, or?
You're to the northeast of it.
Okay. I'll just try to get to the apex of the circle, the most northern point, and then from there head north. That's the goal.
Okay, make a stealth check.
Okay. That is a 16.
Ooh, you and I are gonna have secret time.
Oh boy.
So as you make your way to the apex of the circle, you're heading left of where you're currently facing, back towards the west. And as you're doing so, you see, for a moment, these glimmering, almost what appear to be spherical shapes that are flickering in and out of sight. They seem to appear for a moment, then disappear. Until one of them is right in front of you. The size of this sphere is about the size of your head, and there's one large black slit in the center. The slit begins to move
How close is it to me?
about 2 feet from your face.
I want to take a couple steps back. Keeping, obviously, still looking at it.
And I assume being mindful of the minefield.
Yeah, not about to walk backwards into that.
So as you take a step back, it follows you forward. Watching.
Okay. I take it there's like a stick or something on the ground, right?
Oh yeah.
I'm going to pick up a stick.
Okay.
I'm going to try and poke it in the slit.
It is not physical.
Okay. I'm going to keep walking. I'm going to like, with my still intending on going north, I'm going to try and just go around it. Keeping, if I can.
So you continue heading north, keeping an eye on its position, ironically, and it follows you very, very closely. And as you continue heading forward, another one appears. And then another. And another. Until there are 5 in total that are following you at different angles, sort of just orbiting around your body. What do you do?
Let's see. Let me check some stuff real quick. Let's see. So I have prestidigitation.
Okay.
How large of an illusion can I create with that? Help me out with that.
It depends on what you're trying to make, and I can tell you how big.
I want to make something blurry. Cloudy.
A harmless sensory effect that would be in a 1 foot by 1 foot cube.
Okay. And how far apart are these eyes, so to speak?
2 feet away from you.
Okay. Well,
All at different heights.
yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. That's not really gonna help me. I'm gonna... Heck. I guess I'll just keep moving, knowing they're there, but not knowing what to do about him.
So you continue moving north until eventually you reach a point where the trees are not so dense.
Okay.
And they begin to almost fade,
Okay.
shimmering like heat waves in the desert. You hear a voice from the right. Halt! And then one on the left.
Is this in common or what language is this?
Common.
Okay. I will halt.
Speak thy name and purpose. From the left.
The name's Nervek. Looking for some traveling companions. Mysteriously disappeared. Southeast of here. And southwest of here.
Sort of shimmering into existence in front of you. You see, taking 2 steps before fully forming, what appears to be a semi-tall figure, completely draped in purplish armor with gold gilding.
Mm.
And displayed prominently on its very large shield is a rune that is exactly the same as the one that the other 2 disappeared by stepping on.
Alright.
Leave this place.
Excuse me?
Leave this place.
This place being, this
Leave
forest?
the forest. This does
That's
not
not gonna-
concern your kind.
That's not gonna happen, buddy. Not until I find the rest of the people I was with.
You have 2 options. Leave or be taken prisoner.
Well,
You trespass upon the lands of Ishan Nadar.
do I look like I give a shit?
You will watch your tongue, human.
Okay, knife ears.
You tread upon sacred ground.
Okay. I'm not leaving, so we doing this the easy way? The
He
hard way.
reaches down to his side and holds a sword and holds it in front of him, in front of his shield.
Okay, then. I'm gonna call forth the Mace of Lyrakai to my right hand.
So, you reach out your hand, and appearing from sleeves in your garb, shadow begins to intertwine around your arm, snaking their way around till it coalesces and forms into something that looks like as if black mist had become physical, until the familiar feeling and weight, the Mace of Lyrakai, appears in your hand.
Because is he reacting at all?
His face is
Me drawing
completely
the weapon.
covered.
Like, is he looking like he's gonna whack me when he sees me do that, or?
He's holding his sword in front of his shield, they're almost pressed against each other,
Mhm.
and the sword is pointing upwards, almost as if he looks like he's about to bang his sword against it,
Okay.
but he does not move at all. He stands there.
I am going to attempt to spit in his direction, at him, physically at him.
Okay. You do that, and
Does it hit him? Does it go through him? Does it make contact?
it makes contact. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, good. Then I am going to. I don't know if I want. You know what the hell? We're gonna send it. Sometimes you just gotta send it. I'm going to. He's within 15 feet of me, correct?
He's 10 feet away from you. Yeah.
10 feet. Okay. I'll go ahead and step 3 feet forward.
Okay.
Does he do anything?
Does not move.
Another 2 feet.
You see some subtle movement, but it's the sword just coming ever so slightly farther from the shield. In the same position.
Now, before we go and start this thing, I'm going to ask you this again. Do you know where my friends are? My companions. So if you do, give me some information. Maybe we don't have to do this thing. Maybe.
I have given you your options, human.
So that's how it's going to be then. Alright.
Points his sword higher up. And these sort of purplish pinkish energies begin to radiate off of it. Two almost globules, these spherical coalescences of energy kind of burst. And then in this shower of mist, you see appearing behind him about 11 other soldiers.
Okay. That's just like knife ears. Never one for a fair fight, huh?
They begin to march forward.
Is he still in front?
Yes.
I'll try and clock him.
Alright, roll for initiative.
Oh, I need my Dex mod on there. My bad. Dex mod is +3, so that comes out to a total of 19.
You're going first.
I'll try and clock him.
All right.
With the mace.
Make an attack.
I have 2 attacks, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna do both. And then that's plus a couple. Let me look. It's been a little bit. Proficiency is 3.
Strength.
Strength is +4, so that's +7, making that a 26. First one was a 12 then.
The first one slams hard against his shield.
Okay, so the first one connects. Okay, is that a success?
No, it's you
Okay.
didn't harm
Right.
him.
Okay.
Is what the attack check is for.
Yeah, I was just checking if it was a successful hit.
It was not.
Okay.
Because you did not make contact and harm him.
Right.
The second one does though. So
I'm gonna go ahead and expend a spell slot here.
all right, so you bring down the mace of Lyrikai, and he pulls up his shield to block it, but then immediately you let go of the mace, pull your hand very swiftly around to your side, make it disappear and reappear, hit him in the side before he has a chance to move.
Okay, and so I'm gonna use the Eldritch Invocation. I expend a spell slot, get some extra damage, and he'll be knocked prone.
Do I make a save against that? Strength save, I assume.
No, there's no save. It's just if it's a hit, you can expend a spell slot to deal. Unless he's huge, then he's knocked prone. Since that hit, and I expended the spell slot.
All right, throw damage.
Okay. So here's just the mace, just that hitting him, and then here's the damage from expending the spell slot. Because it's a 3rd level spell slot.
All right, so when the mace makes contact, you see the armor dent in slightly, and then as you release to burst the magic, you see the sigil on his shield begin to glow very violently, and then the magic that is bursting out of it gets consumed by this pinkish light, nullified.
Okay.
You want to move?
Yeah, let's move my full movement of 30 away from them, but not into the minefield.
Okay, that's going to proc an attack of opportunity.
All right, we'll take that.
17 to hit.
No.
Yep. So the attack of opportunity.
Okay.
So he brings his sword horizontally across him in retaliation, but you move back just enough as you're escaping to get away from him, and you create the distance.
Mhm.
So now it's his turn. He's going to point the sword in your direction. Then all of the other ones behind him are going to do the same. And a small ball of energy is going to form at the tip of the sword and then break off into 5 smaller balls of energy.
Okay.
I need another d6.
Yeah.
Magic missile, yo.
Magic missile.
So, I would say it looks like about 55 of these bolts are coming your way.
Okay, yeah. Give or take it.
Because each of them, it's all 11,
Right. Yeah.
and it's 5 per.
Okay. Yeah. Neat.
Don't worry, I rolled like shit.
Oh, okay.
I think only one of them was above 8.
Okay, that's my AC. So
Your AC is 18?
well, I have the belt on.
Yeah, only one of them hits you.
Okay.
So out of the swarm of 55 that comes in your direction, a lot of them pass through you, but as you're trying to maneuver and dodge, obviously you can't dodge all of them, and
Right.
one of the physical ones does hit you in the side, and I need... Sorry, not a wisdom save. Strength save.
Okay.
I was getting my spells mixed up.
You're good. That comes out to a soft 20.
You succeed. So it slams against you, and you begin to feel your body trying to lock itself. You begin to feeling your muscles to tense, but you just flex it off like a badass.
Oh, hell yeah. Does it deal any damage or no?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to throw.
That is going to be 4 points, 4 steps.
Okay.
All right, it's your turn.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast. Let me check the range on one of these. Well, that was dumb. I don't have my range for my one of my cantrips on here. I need to check the range on infestation. BRB. Okay, he's still 30 feet from me, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'll use infestation on him, and he needs to make a con save. I need to figure out what my save DC is.
Well, it's a natural 20.
Okay, so yep. Bunch of flies and bugs and stuff flying at him, and he's fine. He's okay.
Doesn't bother him at all.
Yeah, I'll heck, I'll move the 30 feet back up and try and whack him. Or does...
You already took the attack action to cast the spell.
But I have 2 attacks. Is that different because it's a spell?
Yeah, you only like multi-attack when you use the attack action allows you to hit twice.
Okay, I'll
casting a spell is not considered using your attack action technically.
Okay.
You can stay where you are if you want.
Yeah, I'll stay where I am. I take it he's got up from being prone.
Yeah.
Okay.
He got up and then shot.
Right. Okay, I'll stay where I am.
Well, actually, he didn't get knocked prone because the magic was fizzled.
Oh, right. Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, I'll stay here.
Alrighty then. And comes another round of shots.
Oh boy. Let's play how many times can Nerva get shot?
That was 2 natural 20s.
Okay.
At a 19? The other ones don't hit.
Okay. Could be worse.
6 for a total of 12.
Okay.
Well,
Do
then
I need
plus modifiers because it was dice roll that got 2 for a total 14.
Okay. Then do I need to do the save again?
Yes.
Okay.
2 saves.
Okay. That is 16, and then do I need to do the other one?
Yes.
That comes to 11.
Yep. That one's going to be the failure.
Okay.
Now you take 3 points.
Okay.
They're holding their ground.
I'll move up. Yeah, I'll go back up to 30 feet. Even if it's an attack of opportunity, I'll go for it.
No, it's only if you exit his attack range.
Okay. I'll swing at him twice.
Go for it.
Just to try to go for a bop. So that's plus 4 for strength, 3 for proficiency. That's a soft 20. And then that is a 9.
That is a not hit.
Okay. I'll throw for the first one. Wow. 10 damage.
All right. Doesn't seem too bothered by it.
Okay.
Are you gonna spend?
Not this time. No, I'm gonna wait on that.
This thing that I gotta keep track of.
Right.
As you were coming towards him, he brought his sword in front of his shield. And he's gonna make 2 swift strikes at you.
Okay.
Roll the 2 that gave me the natural.
Yeah, those are the lucky ones.
Oh, well, another natural 20 and an 18.
That's lucky. That's a tie on the 18.
Well, it was a 18 on the roll, is what I meant.
Oh, okay. So modifiers, that'll be above 18. Hits.
It's a long sword, so
Okay.
being one hand. $12 points slashing damage.
Total?
Yeah, total.
Okay.
Surrender. After slicing you.
Surrender?
After slicing you both times.
You're gonna have to do a lot worse than that for me to surrender.
And as he says that, the sigil on his shield is glowing brightly again.
Okay. I am going to back up. I'll back up 15 feet, and then I'm gonna Eldritch Blast.
Attack of opportunity.
Yep.
You've given me 2 natural 20s in a row.
We'll see.
Can you do it again?
Can we get 3? Can we get 3?
Ah, that was 14 plus mods. 19.
All right.
That one's gonna hit.
Yep.
9 points slashing damage.
Okay.
These guys aren't too physically strong.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and try an Eldritch Blast. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how many blasts I have at this level.
Level?
It changes how many blasts.
No, I meant I forgot what level you guys are.
Oh, I'm level 6 Warlock.
Oh yes, level 6 Warlock. At 5th level, it gets 2, so you get 2 beams, but it's 1 attack.
Yeah.
It's just the damage is 2d8.
So we'll see. Oh, that's damage. We don't want that.
D8, not D10. You're getting it confused with Firebolt.
Am I?
Yeah.
Okay.
It just adds another die every time it gets bumped.
It says D8 on the website that I'm on.
Yeah,
Or
I
D10.
said.
Or sorry, it says D10 on the website that I'm on. That could be a website thing, but if your handbook says 8, then I'll change that. Okay, I don't think it matters. I don't know what I'm.
Oh,
seeing.
well, yeah. In this situation, it doesn't matter because he pulls
Yeah.
his shield in front of him and it fizzles out. the light from the rune grows dim.
Okay. And that's my turn.
Right. They're going to take one step forward, and then they're going to disappear in a cloud of greenish mist and appear in front of you.
Okay.
They're just going to say one more word. Surrender.
No. Did you hear me last time?
Your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna try and whack him twice.
Go for it.
That's 26.
That's going to hit.
I'm gonna expend a spell slot.
Okay.
On that one, and then I'll throw the other now. That is a 16.
16 doesn't hit, but the first one does. Go.
Okay. There's that. And there's the other ones.
Alrighty, so he does get knocked prone. He gets knocked down onto one knee.
All right. I'm gonna action surge,
Okay.
and I'm gonna try and hit him 2 more times. With advantage because he's prone, right?
Yes.
Okay, so there's the first. Another 26 there. And then for the second attack, that's a 18. So 26 and an 18 is what we're working with.
18 doesn't hit, 26.
Okay.
Alright, so you bring your mace down hard again on his shoulder.
Mhm.
You've dented him up. You've dented his armor up pretty badly and crushed in several parts of it.
Okay.
He doesn't make a sound any of the times you've hit him.
Okay. I'll
10
stay
feet
here.
behind you is the mine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll stay here.
Going to spend half of his movement to get up.
Okay.
So be it. Make a wisdom save.
Okay. Ten.
He bashes you with the shield, and in a flash of ink energy, you disappear.
Okay. I got some licks in. I'll take it.
Alrighty. So, what's been happening on the other side? The two that stepped onto the runes. Just a quick question. Emery is here, right?
Yeah.
I'm here.
Okay, everybody's here. Just make sure. So, you have been transported into a holding cell in some sort of building. First,
Okay.
Emery. Then, right after, Luvash appears on the other side of the room, and the two of you have time to talk.
Well, that happened. I'm gonna do a quick look at the room.
It
Like-
appears to be made out of some sort of grayish stone and has a cot on either side.
Okay. Is there a door?
No, it is just sort of. It's actually a metal grate. Like, you know, the ones at Portcullis? Ones with spaces in between?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those.
So
all it
it's
is.
just
It's a wall of
there's
that.
No door whatsoever.
No.
I'm sorry for having dragged you into this.
You didn't drag me into this. I stepped on the thing.
This would not have happened if it wasn't for me.
I'm not so sure about that one. So how do we get out?
I am not sure. Not a lot of people like me around these parts, unfortunately.
Aries, what's on the other side of the bars?
Through the gaps, you can't see anything. It is a sort of whitish, swirling mist.
Oh. Okay.
I'm gonna step closer to the bars and just gonna shout, "Hello?"
You get no response.
You've caught us. Either kill us or release us. There's no point in keeping us here.
Now, don't be so hasty. I think we can get out of this without dying. And
Oh, they're
perhaps
not gonna kill you, don't worry.
they I think we can both get out of this very much alive and perhaps better off than before. Just follow my lead.
Very well. I guess we'll just wait then.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit down on the bed
So
and
you don't know how
around for-
much time passes, but it feels like an eternity. You're essentially in a box, and you don't know what else is going on outside the box. You just wait, 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 till eventually, in the corner of the room, there is a flash of pinkish energy, and Nervek appears in the cell with you.
huh.
Took you long enough.
I'm a bit bloodied up.
Yeah.
Mind you.
Slashed
Got a
up,
couple-
bloodied up,
Couple
bruised.
slashes across the body, and yeah.
I'm gonna toss him a roll bandages.
Did
Thanks.
you fight them?
It was a boar. Fuck. One of them tree humpers.
Oh,
Fucking elves.
we are definitely going to die now. You should
I
not
got
have
some
done
licks
that.
in, but I think they've definitely got some. I don't. Magic wasn't working too good on them. I'll put it that way.
We'll be fine. Just follow my lead.
Whatever.
Aries, I'm gonna try and use my earring. Try and
Okay.
get in contact with Sterark.
Eric is not in.
Okay. Well,
This was an elf of the purple variety.
was it?
Yeah, a moon licker.
So, some of us were attacked by. Oh, we must have walked into high elf territory.
Yep, you got the sides wrong.
But that's what you
You
told
got
me.
them.
Aries.
You got
told
them
you.
turned around.
You told me green was north and purple was south.
Nope, you got them back.
That's what you told me.
Green was on the right, to the south, since you were on the west side of the circle, and purple was on the left.
Oh well.
I didn't, like I said, I can't intervene until you guys make a history check. And then he failed his, so I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
history's not my forte, anyways. So. Okay.
Could have kicked a wood elf's ass.
So these are the high elves, I guess. Well,
Yeah.
these are the ones I wanted to talk to, anyways.
I don't much like being a prisoner of war. Can tell you that.
Well, we're not prisoners of war. We're not at war with them.
And you think they're gonna care?
Yes, especially since we also have people captured by wood elves.
Be awfully convenient.
It's something that we can use to our advantage.
Oh, and while we're sitting here, I guess I'm gonna try and bandage myself.
yeah, you can expend
I'm not
some hit
just
dice
holding
if you want.
Well, I passed him a thing of bandages. So I don't know what that would
Should I
do
try
for
that
health, but
Where'd you get those again?
Remember I stole them a while back.
I don't remember where I stole them from.
He's stolen a lot of things.
Back when I stole the books.
Oh, yeah.
Pre-canon.
Wow, that was a long time ago. They're just like
I still have the books.
they
Should I
have
try a medicine?
no. You just use the hit dice. It's the flavor text is that you're gonna have bandages wrapped around you now. Like
Okay.
really add anything.
I didn't
Give him
even
like a
make
D4
that.
or something. Just
Well, I'm the DM, and now you get to look like you're covered in bandages instead of just
yeah.
patching yourself up.
Um,
Looks cool.
I don't actually think I made a. Why didn't I make a hit die?
You have hit dice equal to your, since you're multi-class, you have that amount of that class for that class's hit dice, and then that amount of that class for that level that you have of the other one.
Okay. Just a sec. Let me pull up both classes, and I'll throw the better one in a minute.
It's a
You guys-
D8 and a D10. You have more of a D8 than you have of a D10.
I'll throw a D10 right now.
Multi-classing.
Plus con mod, I think, right?
Let me double check. Corrected. During a short. Spend as many.
Okay. I'll. I'm bandaging myself. I'm busy, and I'm doing a real good job, as you can tell.
Oh yeah.
I'm also going to hand him my tiny restoration potion.
Tiny one.
Yeah, I only have the tiny one, so
Yeah, we'll save this for later.
it's a 1d4 restoration potion. So just add that to your inventory, I guess.
All right. We're gonna
Like a shot glass size.
Yeah.
we'll hang on to that. If it looks
So do
like
you
it's
wanna-
gonna get hairy, then we'll celebrate.
Are you going to hang on to it, or should I?
It's your potion.
I'm asking you because I was going to give it to you.
I'll hang on to it.
Okay.
Okay.
And it was silent.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
No.
sharpen
Oh,
my arrows.
Can I try something? I'm just gonna try and summon my mace.
Do so.
Okay, I'm gonna put it away now. Make it poof back out.
Okay, so everybody just saw that.
Yeah, you see like a bunch of cool black mist coalesce into the shape of a spooky mace, and then it poofs away. Just checking.
I'd recommend while you've got the time to get used to that earring.
All right. I'll try and attune.
Might as well.
Over the course of the time, you'll eat that.
Okay.
So yeah, I think we're just gonna wait until something happens.
Yeah.
There will be
There's
time.
not much else that we can.
I do not mind leaving dead air. That way they feel like they're in the room too. Please.
There is a
Yes.
lot that happened in my past that I do not have time to. Well, I probably do have time to get into right now, but I'd rather not. But I can assure you that this is not going to go well. So, do be prepared.
Well, I mean, he did what I'm assuming was just about his worst to me, and he decided not to kill me when he could have. So that's something.
All right, opportunity to share information has passed. So, you guys are going to be there for several hours, not long enough to get a long rest in, several hours of sitting, and now I'm gonna go over to what's happening with the other two.
Okay.
So, you guys,
Aries, if you don't mind, can you throw a time estimate at us?
I would say about 3.5 hours.
Okay. And real time, if you don't mind. Best guess is fine.
Minutes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you guys can just stay. So, both of you, after being grabbed, sacked, you both wake up in 2 chairs tied back to back. You are bound by rope, and there is a single glowing bulb of something above you that emits off this sort of dull greenish light that's somewhat sickly.
Okay.
The sacks are removed from your head, but there's nobody around you.
Can I double check that?
Your field of vision is very limited, so go ahead and make a perception check. You'll only be getting a 180. Well, you're not going to be able to like look completely around like a normal perception check. You're only getting the 180 that you see.
Okay. Yeah, just double check around me. That's a 20, soft 20.
I would also like to see if there's anyone. Well, anyone, or if there's like a door. Like, where are we?
Yeah, give me interesting points.
It's undiscernible about where you are. The only light is that of which is above you, which creates a perfect circle around you, and you cannot see anything else. If you're in a room, if you're in a hole, you have no idea what your surroundings are like, and it's quiet. All you can hear is the sound of each other breathing.
Do you see anything over there?
I just see darkness.
Mm,
There's nothing in the darkness. It's just dark.
Just dark.
well, let's deal with our immediate situation as quietly as possible. I'm gonna try and break out of the ropes.
Upon closer inspection, they are not ropes at all, but they are thick tree roots
Oh, jeez.
that are coming up from the ground. And you are not on chairs. You are on pieces of tree that have been either molded or carved to resemble chairs. But they're not like on 4 legs, it's just a block.
Like a stump.
Yes, like with a stump with a back.
Mm-hmm.
So we're kinda. This would be incredibly difficult to try to bust through physically.
But if you'd like to attempt, that would be an athletics check.
But would that be discreet?
Probably not. You would have to probably break this root, and that snapping sound would be pretty big.
What do you think? Should we try to escape or wait for something to happen?
I say we wait for a bit. If nothing happens, I'll try to break through these roots. I say we'll wait like maybe about 15 minutes.
It's almost impossible to keep track of time unless you're counting. There's
I'm
no
gonna count.
there's no semblance of how much time is passing.
I'll count then.
All right. So you just begin to count upwards.
1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000,
1,000.
etc.
Those aren't calluses.
1 callus, 2 callus. Can it be 2.1 seconds?
One
That
calorie.
would,
1 kalos, 2 kalos, 3 kalos.
So you count for 15 minutes. You know that it's
Not out
15
loud.
minutes, but Cornelius, it feels like an eternity. Nothing is changing. Everything is still and quiet. It's maddening.
We're in solitary confinement.
It's okay, Cornelius. Time has passed. Let's try and get out of these roots.
Athletics check.
Here we go.
Superman Gra. 17.
13.
Neither of you guys are able to break out of this.
Jeez.
You came so close. So you struggle and you try and pull yourself free. And as you're moving and struggling, the light above you begins to sort of dim. Until it gets dimly lit in the room.
Well,
Hold
something
on.
happens.
Cornelius, let me try something. I'm gonna try and struggle in my chair, and I'm gonna look at the light bulb.
Make an athletics check? Or are you... I'm not sure what exactly you're trying to
no,
accomplish.
I'm gonna try and get out, and I'm gonna look at the light at the same time. 23.
You grab onto the vine, or rather the sort of small vine-like appendages off of the root. Like, you know how they have the little smaller bits?
Ah, yes.
Yeah. You grab onto one of those, and then you pull it with all of your strength until it begins to crack very loudly, and the light begins to dim further and further, but you wrench yourself free, and as soon as you do, you stand up, and then 2 more columns of roots explode out of the ground beneath you, and they try and grab you again.
Jeez.
Natural
Chill out,
20
Roots. Okay.
against AC. So it wraps around your entire body and yanks you back down.
Well, that's unpleasant.
You know, it's quite useless to struggle.
Ah,
The voice is aimless. It doesn't seem to have a center point where it's coming from.
well,
Well, you haven't given us a whole lot of other options.
Nor you to us.
if I may be allowed to ask, did we tread upon some ground that we shouldn't have?
You'd entered into our forest after we had warned your people several times to leave.
So the visions they had saw were warnings of a
I
sort?
am not at liberty to disclose that information. What I will tell
Alright.
you is that you are prisoners of war.
But
War, so that did happen.
Yes. We received reports that a man in shining silver laid upon the battlefield the night prior, and another cloaked figure that we found in your company before we apprehended you.
'tis a war we have no part in. We are just travelers looking to head east.
There is nothing east past the Ebonwood, only the ocean. What is your true purpose?
There's nothing further eastward?
What is your true purpose?
we were sent eastward to find a spring to revive one of our fallen allies.
As you say that, suddenly, about 7 roots explode out of the ground with the same thickness, and they begin to go through all of your belongings, writhing around, searching until you feel them enter the pocket that holds Kalos. And you watch as one root very gingerly wraps itself around it and pulls it free from you, and holds it in front of you. You will be executed. And it slowly begins to get pulled into the ground.
What?
The seed is about to disappear into the ground.
I'm gonna break out again.
Athletics check.
I'll also try to break out.
17.
Cornelius?
Less than that.
Not enough. I will give you 2 options. Firstly, this seed will be taken and destroyed. We will not let outsiders plant evil within our wood. The seed disappears into the ground. Secondly, your options. I received word that those of your allies who had been traveling ahead of you have been apprehended by the elves of Ishan Nadar. Now,
I'm gonna stop you right there. Now, if you think you're gonna take Kalos and kill him after I've seen him die with my
you
own eyes,
will be silent. Learn the position that you are in. Now, you may face your death honorably, or you may fight. What is your desire?
I'm gonna try and break out again as my answer.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep struggling, just like.
I think fighting is the better option. Nat 20.
Saitama style, you reach down, grab it gingerly with one hand, and yank it off. 2 more roots explode out of the ground and try and grab you. Natural 20.
These vines are killing us.
It wraps around your body and yanks you back down.
I'm gonna have a breakdown.
Your answer.
You can't tell me. You thought we were gonna go down peacefully, huh? Oh no.
A root comes up and stuffs itself in your mouth, gagging you. You can't talk anymore.
I'm gonna break out again.
Now, the one who has kept himself calm. Azimar, what say you? Do you fight for the people of Imar Nadar, or will you die?
Sending off us sending us off to the front lines to fight your battles.
Is that your choice?
Is it a death sentence regardless?
That depends upon your skill.
I will always choose the path of war. As I try to break out again.
As you make that decision, the vines, the roots, so used to wrapping people up in vines, they loosen. They let you free. And you see a shining archway appear in front of you. It is just light in the darkness in front of you. You can't see what's through it, but it does seem like an exit.
I feel that there are two sides here not giving me either of the full picture.
You are an outsider in lands unknown. In time, you will learn of this graciousness that we have been given to you. Your friends may not have met the same fate and option.
Might I ask a question?
You get no response. All that's left in the room is the shining archway and the bound and gagged Sterark.
Can I try to free him?
If you so desire.
Be in athletics?
Yep.
Can I struggle too?
Yep, so throw with advantage.
It's an 18.
18 is just enough to rip the roots off of him. You ungag him, and as he stands up, 3 roots explode out of the ground, but they wait for a moment.
Are you also going to fight?
Let's just go.
I'm not a fan of these circumstances. But I also cannot ignore battle. But you are not of my position. Will you fight? It might be our only way out. Although I'm afraid I don't know the fate of Kalos now.
As much as I don't want to do it. Fighting is our only option. Fighting is our only option. I'll take it. I'll take it.
The roots
Just please.
send back down into the ground almost like snakes.
We won't plant the seed. Just please give it back to me. We won't come back. Just please don't destroy it. We'll fight your war.
You get no response.
Actions are louder than words. Actions are louder than words. Let's go. Cornelius.
Both of you make your way towards the shining archway then?
Mm-hmm.
It's the only path.
As you pass through this veil of light, what you see before you is a long hallway. Everything around you seems to be made of wood, with similar faint green bulbous protrusions coming through, growing out of cracks in the wood to give off this light. For a moment, if you just let your eyes sort of rest, it almost seems like a normal building. But then upon closer inspection, you can see the fine grains where all of the connections of where the wood meets the floor, meets the wall, being smoothed almost. And you can't quite tell if it's carved or natural. There are no doors on either side of this hallway, but towards the end of it, you see a figure standing there, dressed in dark green clothing, at the very end of the hallway, about 40 feet away. Come. I will show you to the barracks.
I'll step forward.
I'll follow, just fist clenched.
The end of the hallway turns into a T intersection, and as the figure turns to the left, you see a tail that is long and black. You follow in the direction?
Mm-hmm.
Yup.
Right, and then, well, that's the end of the session for you two. I'm gonna go back over there to them. So,
Hello.
Hey.
is everybody here?
Adam, I gotta message Adam. I gotta message him when he's needed.
Okay. So, you sit and you wait. Then you sit and you wait some more. Then you wait, and you wait, and you don't know how much time has passed. It's maddening, not knowing what is going on, what's going to happen, what can happen. Until through the mist on the wall with the grate, a small purplish crystal slides through one of the gaps and lands on the floor.
Returned.
A purple crystal slid through the grate.
I'm still in the corner, right?
Yes. Oh, you don't need to still be in the corner. A lot of time has passed.
Okay. I'll be in a different corner.
Okay. So Nervek is a pacer.
Yeah. He's a nervous
So
guy.
the crystal, what's it gonna do?
It is
How big is the crystal?
it is a pinkish crystal about I would say about 3 inches.
Is it floating or just on the floor?
It's on the floor.
Has anyone done a check of any kind on it?
Nope, it
Nope.
just came through. It just came through the grate and then clinked on the floor.
How big is our grate again? Help me out.
It's the entire wall.
Oh, okay. So did it slide on the floor or
It came through one of the gaps in the grate.
did it fly?
It seemed to have... You can't see through the mist that...
Oh, okay. Okay.
It just appeared through the mist. And then it fell
Wow.
to the ground.
I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna walk over to it.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna regret doing this. I'm gonna pick it up.
You reach down and you pick it up, and it's warm to the touch. And
Not uncomfortably warm or
not extremely hot or
Okay.
bothersome. It's just warm to the touch.
okay.
So as you lift it into the air, it begins to glow, and you can feel it trying to tug out of your hand.
Where's it tugging to?
No, it's just trying to get free out of your hand.
Just any way out.
Yeah.
I'll lift it up to about head height and drop it.
So as you lift it up and then you drop it, it suspends in air. And then the light sort of protrudes downwards from this pinkish crystal until you see what looks like a small visage of a rather regal-looking figure. The visage is about a foot tall, and it's sort of floating in front of the crystal. Hello, outsiders.
Hello there.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Me neither. I'm just gonna look.
I believe you have been waiting a long time. Yes? Though I have been told that time is difficult to keep track of. The grid. Now, to put it simply, I do not like to waste time. I have come to offer you a decision, the same decision that we offer to all of our prisoners. Even to those that are wanted criminals within Ishan. Looking over towards Uvash.
I'm gonna glare at him on that.
You face
Yeah,
two
you.
choices. We can execute you, or you can join the front line of our army and fight. What do you decide?
Who are you fighting?
The evil that is the unfortunate other half of our kind.
Oh, okay. So you're the moon lickers, and those are the tree humpers, yeah?
Typical human.
Now let us not get ahead of ourselves. I believe we're on the same side here.
Well, the last reports that we had told us that the other two that were traveling with you have joined that of
They
the
were
enemy.
kidnapped.
Whether that is true or they joined of their own free will, reports are reports.
And they shall fight alongside us once they see us.
I cannot be so sure that they were offered the same chance. See, those of the wood are barbaric in nature. There is very little chance they have survived, as they allow beasts to walk among them. Once again, looking at Luvash.
Well, do I recognize this person by any chance?
Make a history check.
I sure will. That's a 13.
I will DM you.
Ooh.
So important that I have to DM you, because I'm pretty sure you want to keep this secret.
Okay. Well, I know that you know who I am, but I also assume that you know why I'm here.
Yes. While two of you had stepped on the traps that we have laid out on the border, your human friend here assaulted one of our scouts.
Hey, he started it.
That is not what my scryers tell me.
But can you blame him?
I cannot
Two of
blame a
friends.
barbaric human for attacking elf, no. Even when the elf presents him the option to leave of his own free will.
When two of his friends have been held, fuck it, you're not gonna. Fucking
Two of
hoes.
ours were kidnapped, and then two of us disappeared without a trace. Could you expect any different? For him to just abandon his companions?
I suppose not from a human, no. So you, man of blue and bronze, you seem to be something different.
As I've been told.
Interesting. And if the reports are true, you carry something that is very powerful. I can't wait to meet you. That is, of course, if you wish to fight and not die.
Well, we'd be much more useful literally anywhere other than the front lines.
To put it simply, you will not be in armor unless that is your preferred place. You will simply be joining the lowest rank of our army, and you will be fighting in the next direct conflict.
And what if I could get in communication with our men on their side?
That is impossible, and it is forbidden.
I'm going to show him the earring.
Oh, I am quite aware.
This allows for communication, so...
Not within
perhaps,
these walls.
Well, on the battlefield, perhaps, we could get information on their positioning.
I like you. You are trying to negotiate. You are the first to not simply ask for one side or the other. You are inquisitive.
Oh,
I will meet
bullshit.
you-
I said, where are my friends? You said leave.
Face to face. And Emery disappears. Now, for the rude one and the criminal, your choices are simple.
I'm
Sure as
not-
hell ain't executing me.
Well, I'm not going to fight for your kind.
So then you will die?
Well, I'm not particularly interested in that option either.
So then you will fight.
Well, let's say I have something interesting for you. Something to offer. Something that I know your kind has been wanting for a very long time.
Luvash of the Rising Sun. We know
That is my name.
what we are missing and what you have. This does not change your position. Please make a decision. As your companion, or at least what he has referred you to be, your friend, has made. You are either with us or against us.
If you'd be willing to give the man a second to speak, I might talk to you a moment here.
Everything that you've been doing has been monitored.
This is fine. I just,
What do you want to say to him?
since we've,
You can say in front of me.
there's no issue there. I'm just trying to give him a moment to think.
Please do. I have entirely the full day for this.
Oh, that's good to hear.
But I
I'd be
will
willing
grow
to bet.
weary.
That I have a certain skill set which a man in your position at war could find intriguing, say. How long have you been monitoring us? Just since we've been in the forest or longer?
Just the forest.
Just the forest, okay.
The struggles of the outside world do not concern us.
Fine.
But if you are wondering, I did personally see
personally.
the fight that you had with our scout.
Not what I'm referring to. Not my greatest skill set combat there. I'd like to say I did okay for someone of my trade against your scout, but you had to have noticed that I was the only one to notice the sigils, quite easily in fact. Placed carelessly.
There is a difference between skill and luck, and yet sometimes the line blurs.
Sure, so call me lucky.
Now, I believe your friend has had time to think. Now, Luvash, you do know that those of your kind are on the other side. So I will ask again. Do you plan to die? Or do you plan to fight?
Very well. Just tell me one thing. After, I will do whatever you want.
If I am at liberty to give you this information, then I will.
My father,
Dead.
what happened to him?
Cutting you off before you can even ask what happened. Though do not worry. It was not by our hand. It was by your own people, Luvash. Maybe this will sway your mind when you meet them on the battlefield.
Fine. I will fight for you. And Luvash is starting to cry a bit now, by the way.
Good. Instruction will come soon. Now, I will have words. Your interesting friend. And the crystal ceases to glimmer and project this image, and it falls to the ground and shatters. You two are off the clock. It's just me and Emery. Go ahead and go
All
back
right.
up there for feedback afterward.
Mm-hmm.
You appear in a small room. All of the walls are made of bookshelves. There doesn't seem to be any sort of entrance, and sitting on a purple and gold gilded, comfortable daybed, you see the same figure as you appear standing in this room. There's a fireplace crackling softly. Hello. Please, take a seat. And as this figure waves their hand, a chair forms out of this sort of purplish mist that is just as extravagant as the daybed he lies upon.
Mm-hmm. Take a seat.
Now tell me, what is your name? Son of
Name's
Silver.
Emery.
Emery. Now, allow me to introduce myself. I am a rather, I guess you could say, important individual that you would very much like to become friends with. Now, before I give you anything, I'd like for you to give me something.
And that would be?
Tell me, how much do you care for those that you travel with?
Depends on who.
Let's start with those that were in your cell with you.
There are newest additions. I am not attached to them as of yet.
Ah, yes. Good. They will be put in the front lines of the next conflict, but you, I like you. I can offer you so much here. Now, for the formality, I will put you in the same battle, but you will not be acting directly. You will not be on the battlefield itself. And now, the other two, those that joined the side of the Wild One.
Their I'm more attached to them than anyone else at this point. I've
Ah,
seen.
I see. That's a shame. Now, tell me, Emery,
Yes.
reports tell me that you tried to directly affect the conflict that took place last night.
I did.
When your magic was dispelled by the wards of Ildraneth, it did not go unnoticed. Now, first let me tell you, your magic does work within these woods, just not those that would spread flame.
Ah. Understandable.
Now, I would like for you to prove to me something.
And that would be?
I want to know what kind of person you are, Emery. I know so much about you already, but there is something that I need to know. Something that will affirm my suspicions. Please, remove your shirt.
I do so?
Ah, so it is true. You are indeed a son of silver. And I... Quick question. Are you hiding the bell, or did you just leave it on your neck?
It's hidden.
So you, when you're taking off your shirt, you took it off too?
Oh, I was never wearing it on my neck.
I thought you were wearing it around your neck. Okay.
No.
Because that's important. Now. Tell me.
What?
I'm unsure as what to say, which is very rare. Now, his name that we know him by may not be the name that you know him by, but to become one of the Sons of Silver, you will know that he is indeed a dragon, yes?
Indeed. A very old one, in fact.
Yes. So, it is true then that you have been blessed by Mialdriorith.
If that is his true name.
I have so much that I want to tell you, Emery. But first, you must gain my trust. Tell me, what is your story? You are not of the races of this land. You are something different, something older.
I don't know. I was abandoned as a child, I believe. I found my way to the city of Eleanor and was raised by, how you call them, Maldriorith?
Very close. Your pronunciation could use work, but I see. So your bond with Mialdriorith, it is close.
He is my father.
Yet you are not of silver skin. Here,
A father of a different type, perhaps.
I see. So, this color that is upon you, the figure waves their hand and dispels the curse. Ah, yes. Bronze. It reminds me of times long ago when dragons darkened the sky. I may know the answers that you ask questions to. All you need is ask. Now, as I said, I would introduce myself after I ask some questions. My name is Siatrian. and I am the leader of the High Elven people as you have come to know them. Now you may be wondering, why would I personally meet face to face with an outsider? See, I can tell that you are intelligent. You know that I would not do this without certain precautions. And you know how to read the situation that you are in. You are much more prepared.
One must make the best of every situation.
I will tell you a story. I will tell you the story of how this war came to be. And then I will make you an offer. Does that sound pleasant to your liking?
It does indeed.
The other night, when you witnessed one of the conflicts between our peoples, you heard my foolish brother call out to me. His name is Velsidroth. Long ago, he and I shared of the same home, were part of the same family. In the several lifetimes of those unlike us, we hunted together, we worked together, we loved one another. We are brothers after all, or rather, we were. Yet, there came a day where our differences showed much more clearly. One day, during hunting, we came to a clearing, a very small one, within the wood. It is not uncommon for those creatures that you refer to as fantasy or tales to wander these wood, or at least several hundred years ago. This forest was not always known as the Ebon Wood. In our tongue, it was named Fey Ara Dadar. And in this clearing, there was a small pool of clean, undisturbed water. Yet through it, we saw nothing but clouded mist. My brother, Velsidroth, approached the pool against my warnings. I've always been the studious kind, as you can tell. He gestures to all of the bookshelves in the room. And I had heard and read of legends of these pools on the ground. Some people would say that they created a connection between this realm and another. Some said that it was the gateway for the dead to leave this world and pass. Either way, I feared for my brother's safety. I ran towards him, yet he dipped his hand within the pool, and it began to spread a dark taint across it. The mist that was once white and swirling underneath the water swiftly began to spread out like spiderweb, until the entirety of it was darkened, and a large column of shadow erupted forward, and stepping from it was a horse, full of black fur and a mane of twisting shadow, with a large, prominent horn upon its head. My foolish brother dropped to his knees and began to worship this creature, thinking it to be some sort of god coming to him from beyond this realm. I knew better. I charged forward as this creature was going to try and take the life of my brother, and threw myself in front of him, putting up a shield. Blinded by his faith, he tossed me aside and tried to speak to it. In order to save that of my own kind, I blasted forward with magic, that which I had been practicing in secret. And I managed to drive back the beast. From that day, he has despised me, going so far as to take my people and separate us. And as the years passed and more of our kind were born, and we adapted to our environments, the two races were born. Those that would become the High Elves, as you know them, when our kind leave the forest and join the outside world, and the others being the barbaric Wood Elves. For hundreds of years, our people have fought. At the battleground that you had witnessed the night prior, it has seen much death. Now that you know the story of our people, I ask you, do you wish to join our side? We can offer you knowledge, answers to your questions. Though, be known that every question that you ask, too, will be asked of you, until we can completely trust you.
And I will answer as much as I need to.
Now, you say that, well, rather, so that way you do not get confused. What was the name that Mialdrurith had you call him?
Pops.
Ah. Similar to that of Idar, or father in your tongue. Yes?
Indeed.
So this Pops. How did you become separated from him? And why is he not at your side? If you share this bond, like Itar and Nada, father and child.
An old enemy arrives.
Please,
And
tell me more.
they're Fey.
Ah,
Fey lords.
what did you see? This enemy? Or his forces?
I did indeed.
What did they look like?
They're tentacled, in some sense.
I
Most
see.
of my compatriots carry some sort of part of him within them. He infected them with something.
Is there any other description or other information that you have that you could give to me?
I believe the Lord had antlers,
Ah,
if I'm remembering correctly.
now I have asked you 2 questions. You may ask me 1. And I promise you that I will answer it.
What am I?
You...
Where did I come from?
Ah, only 1 question. You are what our kind refer to as Rokon dos Raka, or Born of Dragon. So, to put it simply, you are the creation of some ambitious and power-hungry people, and dark magic. More? Yes, no?
Where did I come from?
I will ask you 2 questions.
Of course.
Your Itar. Did he ever show you anything that resembles that of a chime? That was silver like his scales.
I believe you may already know the answer to that.
Well, if I knew, I would ask you. I wouldn't be asking you, now would I? This is a place of honesty.
He did indeed.
Can you show it to me?
No.
Oh, that is 2 questions. You may ask one.
Why are you so interested
In the bell?
in Maldriorith, as you call him, in general?
He was an old ally in a war long past. Why can you not show me the bell?
Because I made a promise.
And what would that promise have been?
To ensure it doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
We have just met, and you have no reason to trust me. You are doing well by Mjaldrith. Now you may ask one.
Can you free my friends of the Fae influence that they have after we're done with your war?
It is possible. Though the High Elves cannot commit this ritual. It will be a third party. Are there any artifacts or items of power that you bring with you? Besides your bell, of course.
A few.
What are they?
I carry a magical dagger, a magical ring. and
Allow me
magical
to clarify. There is a difference between those items that have been enchanted by those of the profession and artifacts.
Ah,
Would you like to know this difference?
sure.
I hope by answering these questions I am putting together a piece of a puzzle for you. Now, there are several artifacts in this world. Long ago, giants walked these lands, shaping the world. Many of which have died off, yet one still lives. His name is Adric. Adric Runheim. He is a very skilled and powerful man. Yes, as a carrier of one of the bells within the prophecy, I believe you are able to learn this knowledge. Adric created these bells. There were originally 10 in total. And they are only a few of the many artifacts that he has created. One of them being this. And the figure reaches behind couch, the day bed, and pulls forward a glistening sword. This is half of an artifact created by Adric. It has been passed down to me by my father, and his father before him, his father before him. This is only one part of a whole. My brother holds the other part, yet this is not the reason why we fight. I would never allow such trivial matters, even those regarding that of powerful artifacts, be the reason for me to turn against my own blood. Or rather, what used to be my blood. He lets go of it and it suspends itself in air. And then floats away into one of the walls, and almost as if being dipped in water, sort of just fades into it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I had taken the preliminary precautions in case you were not as pleasant as your demeanor had shown me before. Yet I see no need for weapons.
I don't believe I have any other artifacts. I could be mistaken, of course.
Well, perhaps not you, but maybe that of your allies.
Perhaps. But I don't know.
I have asked you 2 questions, yet they sounded like statements. You must keep yourself wary. You may ask one. Please, do take your time. If you need guidance, you need only ask.
But would that count? How many artifacts did Adric Rumenheim create?
The ones that are known to us are not many, though it has been several thousand years since anybody has had contact with him. So there may be more within existence, but there are several that we are in knowledge of. And these are those that you ask of? Yes?
I don't understand the question.
There were 15 in total. 10 of them being the bells.
Ah.
One of them being the sword, or rather, half of the sword that I showed you.
And I'm guessing the second half is either another sword or a shield.
It is another sword. Now, I will ask you too. My reports say that you are traveling with one that is an Asimar, and one that is unknown, but looks human. Is this true?
It is.
Do you wish to know what he is, or rather, what we assume him to be after surveillance?
I would.
Ah. You see, I am your friend here. I use one of my questions to give you an answer that you did not know you wanted to ask yet. We believe him to be touched by one of the beings that you refer to as gods. Tell me.
Like an Azamar or
No.
different?
The Azimar are the children of gods. They were created by them. Also, you asked a question. We believe that he was originally something completely different, but he was altered. Since you have asked one, I will ask two. Do you know if he was anything else before his current appearance?
I do.
And what was he?
And there's your second question. He was dead, to put it simply.
I see. Now you catch on quickly.
How do the bells function?
You simply ring it, and all of the remaining dragons within the radius or the distance of how far it affects will swarm to you, and they will be under your control. Now, when you say that he is dead, or rather was dead, was he that of the living dead, therefore to say the undead?
I would assume so. He was a skeleton.
My second question. Do you know if he worshipped those of gods? Of those that you call gods?
He did.
Siatrion nods his head towards you, expecting your question.
I know. I was told the bells were for specific dragons.
That is a statement.
But you tell me that they affect all dragons within the area.
All dragons of their kind that is related to the bell.
Ah.
So, as an example, if you were to ring the bell, it would call to you Mialdriorith and any other silver dragons that still remain. Now, we believe...
I still have a question.
Ah, yes, you do. Tricky, tricky. You will do well. Please.
What do your swords do? Your twin swords of Adric.
Well, my half improves my ability to wield that of the weave and call forth from it magic beyond even my comprehension. It allows me to tear through reality as if cloth and pull magic. Now, I believe you asked what the swords do and not just mine. Yes?
Indeed.
My brother's sword allows him to tear through life and control it. Anything that is natural, he can move, shift, or destroy. Those ripples that you had seen in the earth the night before were done by his sword. Now, this Asimar, you say that you have not known him too long? No, that was the two in the cell with you. How long have you known this Asimar?
For about as long as I've known Luvash, so not very long.
Ah, yes, the criminal.
Honestly.
Now, has he spoken to you of a mission? Or any desires that he has strong feelings toward?
I believe they've spoken of it in a general term, not specific.
I see. Well, those are my two. You may ask your one.
Hmm. How were you alive during the Dragon War?
No, I was not.
I didn't think so. I want to be sure.
Tell me, Emery, this question is about your past. Have there been any other dragons that have tried to harm you or kill you?
Yes.
What color were these dragons?
One was silver, if I'm not mistaken. And I believe the other was gold?
I will take that as uncertainty.
It is. It was a very long time ago.
That is perfectly okay. I have asked two, you may ask one. Though, make this one count, for I believe our time grows short.
How old exactly is Maldriorith?
He has existed longer than the Dragon Wars. At least that is what I am told. And that is what I have read. I believe that is all that I needed to ask of you. Your allies, your friends, as the human put it, they have decided to fight rather than die. Would you like to be sent to them?
What are my other options? Of course. Since
You
you gave me
may
the
wander
chance.
the city of Ishan Nadar, the capital of our High Elven people. Learn, read, and if this is your desire, please allow me to give you a gift. One that will show your rank, at least in my personal order. And the whole time he's been laying draped across the day couch. He hasn't moved at all, been very, very comfortable. He lifts his arm, moves it delicately through the air, almost as if you were running your fingers through water. And your clothing begins to change. The shirt that you took off rises up, and your clothes begin to swirl around you until you are dressed in a dark purple with gold and silver gilding, almost like robe. You will be treated with respect. You have my favor, not squander it. So, the choice is yours now, son of silver.
I
You
shall
wish
walk the city.
I'll walk the city. Then please. He snaps his fingers, and the sound reverberates through the room. One of the bookshelves slides to the side, a portion of it, revealing a door. It's closed. Please. Explore. Learn. I will be in contact very soon.
I'm gonna give him a respectful bow, and then try and walk out if I can.
Modwis Dela. May wisdom guide your path. It is a common saying that we use to say goodbye. As you approach the door, You open it, and you see a large square in front of you with several high elven people. All of the city seems to be made of the same smooth stone. Very, very contrasted to the very thick woods that you had just been traversing through earlier. And as you look up and to the side, you see 3 tall spires with several bridges connecting the both of them, surrounded by a castle. And that's where we're going to end our session. For those of you still watching, I'd like to thank you for watching, and we'll see you in episode 3 of season 2 of our Draenora campaign. Goodbye, everybody.